welcome to ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Anuja and today I'm going to show you how to make Kaddu ki Subzi. And this is a very Punjabi dish which is had usually with Puris and Aloo. So it's a great sweet and spicy and a little sour combination of Subzi. So it really goes well with puri, really well with puri, but you can also have it with chapati or with anything else you like. So anyway, no introduction needed. Kaddu, part of it is green skin and part of it is yellow. So this is of course the more riper part, and this is the green part is where the skin is a little more, edible as opposed to the orange part. So I'm going to basically de-seed it, cut it, cube it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep cubes with the green skin on, and I'm going to just chop it fine because it gives a great texture to the dish. So basically cut it and cube it any way you like. And the skin does tend to be a little on the harder side, so you have to be a little careful and be ready for it. Here you go. And I'm going to just de-seed it, just take it out. Take out the little fibrous portion in the middle. And now the seeds, these seeds are very healthy and very nutritious. So I'm not going to throw those away, I'm going to just dry them up in the sun and just use them. I'm just going to peel it. If you're having a hard time with the peeler, just use your knife and just cut up this skin. Easiest way to do it. Of course, the smaller cubes I make, the faster it's going to cook. So I'm just going to make smaller pieces. So this is the size that I've made right now, and I'm going to carry on and do it for the rest of them. So I like this green skin, so I'm just going to chop it up really fine. There you go. This I'll chop off the green part just to give it a little texture, and I'm going to chop this up fine so it cooks and it's not very, it's not very big chunks. And this is not going to cook down. So I'd like to make a little longer strips. You can make squares if you like, just to give it a little texture and to give it a little color. So this goes in as is, green skin on. Now the balance I'm going to peel and cube and get it prepped up. Kaddu has been cubed and cut and prepped. And now for people in the US, if you can't lay your hands on, or anywhere else in the world who can't lay your hands on this pumpkin, you can easily, switch it out for butternut squash. It works out exactly the same way. So over here now I have a pressure cooker, and I'm going to just put this into the pressure cooker. I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of salt. Now it's going to soften up and release its own juice as well. And ultimately we're going to dry it up, so you don't want to put too much water, but you don't want it to burn also. So you're going to put 1 cup of water, and I'm going to close it, and I'm going to allow it to whistle once. And after that, I'll just turn it off and allow the pressure to go down by itself. Okay, the pressure's gone down. Let's go open it up and have a look. It looks so beautiful. Look at that. So what's happened is it's cooked, it's become soft, but I've got all this water now and I need to dry that up. So I'm going to just turn back my stove on, and I'm going to just allow it to dry up a little bit. The other thing, if you're in a big rush, you can always just drain it out, but again, it's got flavor, it's got nutritional value. So just another few more minutes and it'll dry up. And this part, you can keep it on a high, and it'll dry up really fast. And if you notice, as I'm moving the kaddu around, it's kind of squishing and it's all becoming pasty, and that's absolutely fine. You ultimately do want it to become a mash. I love the color. This will dry up really fast. You don't need to dry it up a whole lot. You still are going to be cooking a little bit more, and it'll dry up over there as well. Okay, this looks done. I'm going to turn off the stove and take it off and keep it to the side. So on a pan on medium heat, I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of oil. And while it's still heating up, I'm going to put in 1/8 teaspoon of Methi seeds or fenugreek seeds. Now these are very potent, so little goes a long way. So the methi seeds are the bitter factor, which really go well with this little sweet and tangy dish. And I'm going to also add in some dry red chili. They look colorful, so I'm going to break it up so it spices up the oil and in turn spices up the dish. And I put it on a medium to low flame. Now you want the chili to get a little color. You want the methi seeds to become a little brown. Those look done. I'm going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Mix. Right after that, and mix. This looks so good already. The bitter and the chili factors have been taken care of. We still have to work with the sweetness, which hopefully will come from the kaddu. If it does not, we still have to balance it out a little bit. And the sour factor. So for the sour factor, now if you have access to green mangoes, the best thing to do is just take a little piece, cut it up, pressure cook it along with the kaddu. That way, it all gets mixed in. But I do not have access to that right now, and not a lot of people have it all throughout the year. So we're going to do a substitute. You can either use tamarind juice, or you can use amchur, which is dry mango powder. 1 tablespoon of amchur powder. Now everybody's amchur powders are a little different, so give it a taste test to make sure it's okay. 1 teaspoon of jaggery. Gur, or you can use brown sugar, or you can use sugar, or I'm using shakkar, which is powdered jaggery. 1 teaspoon of coriander powder and 1/2 teaspoon of garam masala. And I'm going to mix it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to after that taste it again one more time, because sometimes the kaddu is very sweet, sometimes it's not, so you just want to kind of be careful. So it's better to taste as you go along. Now is a great time to add in salt also. So I'm going to add another 1/2 teaspoon. Now I'm just going to cook it down to where the water evaporates a little bit more. But this is really nice. And the key to this dish is getting that balance right. The balance of the sweet, the sour, the spice, the little bit of bitterness coming, So it's a great combination. A couple of things I want to definitely let you know is, one is I did not use a masher or anything. I just used the back end of my spatula, and it just kind of just crumbled, and it just became what it is. Again, it's a very inconsistent consistency over there, and that's exactly how I like it. So I'm going to give it a try right off the stove. Absolutely delicious. So we call it Khatta Meetha Kaddu ki Subzi in our house, and it really is that. There's like a fight going in there. You can't decide whether it's sweet or it's sour or it's that spice, or what is it. It's just absolutely amazing. So enjoy your sweet and sour kaddu sabzi, or you want to call it Khatta Meetha Kaddu ki Sabzi. And don't forget to subscribe to ShowMeTheCurry.com, because it's absolutely free and you'll be the first one to know anytime we post a video. And join us again on another episode of ShowMeTheCurry.com, adding a pinch of spice to your life.